Ah, Lord Dudley, you give the most charming parties in the whole of England.
You are too kind, Anna. A pity Sir Percival could not be here.
Do you know I'm worried about Percival? He's never accepted an invitation to one of our parties to not show up, at least not without sending word.
Ah, but Lady Margaret, he might have had motor trouble.
Yes, indeed. I hope he hasn't had an accident. These roads can be quite treacherous at night. Don't say such a thing. It would make someone believe there was some truth after all in that story about the curse.
Nonsense, my dear. There's no such thing as a curse.
And yet, everyone who's ever owned the Darjeeling diamond has always been met with a dreadful demise. Nevertheless, Sir Percival doesn't own the diamond anymore. Not since he sold it to Lord Dudley for Lady Margaret's collection.
Nevertheless, Sir Percival did own it, and that might be enough.
See here, Doctor Forbes. You are a man of science. Surely you do not believe in curses?
I may or may not.
I only know that there are strange things in the history of India. Things that defy all rational explanation.
Nonsense. Sheer poppycock. Superstitious drivel.
Quite possibly, Lord Dudley. And yet...
Where is Sir Percival?
Frankly, I'm glad he's not here. Why, Diana, what a thing to say! I mean it. Sir Percival is no gentleman.
See here now, what are you saying?
When he looks at me, I feel as though his hands were moving all over my body. But he is a knight of the realm. He's a disgusting toad, and such toads can be quite lecherous at night. Begging your pardon, my lord, but should we delay the dinner any longer?
No, I think not. Can't wait for Percival forever. Shall we, my dear?
Oh, certainly, but don't you think someone should call Percival's flat and ascertain the reason for his absence? Do you know that it might be a sound idea? There's something distinctly odd about all of this. All of what, Stephen? This business about Percival and the necklace. He did say he was bringing it tonight, Lady Margaret. Well, I never spoke with him directly, but I did read this morning that he had asked Doctor Forbes to bring it for him in a message delivered this morning on the post. What, on St. Swithin's Day?
By Jove, I never thought of that. Margaret, are you certain that message?
Why, come to think of it, no. You didn't receive a message? Oh, but I did, but now I wonder if it actually were from Percival. But it did come by post. I assumed it had, but...
Assumed? You mean you never actually saw it?
Why, no. Then how did you know its content? Why, Doctor Forbes told me what it had said.
And is there any reason I shouldn't have?
No, of course not, old chap, only if there was no delivery of the post this morning, then how...
It was not a letter. It was a telegram.
I should very much like to see that telegram.
Well, as a matter of fact, I don't have it. The message was phoned in from the telegraph office.
Doris, have there been any telephone messages this evening?
See here, you insolent young pup. Are you doubting my word?
No, of course he's in, Rex. Stephen, you should apologize to Dr. Forbes immediately.
Oh, I shall, as soon as Doris answers my question.
No, sir. What? Are you quite sure? The telephone has been out of order since this afternoon, Mum. Aha. And what do you say to that, Dr. Forbes? Ring, ring, ring.
Does that answer your question?
Stephen, I believe you owe Dr. Forbes an apology.
Ring, 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 ring. Doris, you had best answer that, before we owe the caller an apology too.
Yes, hello? Who? Why, yes, he is. Lord Dudley, it's for you.
Who is it, Doris?
Sir Percival.
What? It can't be! I mean...
Yes, Doctor? What exactly do you mean?
Why,
Hello?
Ah, yes, I see. Yes, thank you.
Why, Dudley, you look so strange. What did Percival say?
That was not Sir Percival.
Then, who was it?
That was a good friend of mine, Miles Taylor.
Stephen, I do not understand. Nor I.
I can explain what it means. It means that this man, after murdering Sir Percival for the necklace... How dare you, sir! I will have you in court for this! Such accusations are actionable! To tarnish my good name is libelous!
I cannot be sued successfully for libel if my accusations should prove true.
And just how do you intend to prove them true?
Quite easily. I have to look at the necklace. Would you mind getting it for me, Dr. Forbes?
The necklace? There was no proof on that thing. I'll show you myself. There. Now show me your ridiculous proof. You yourself have shown the proof, Doctor. For if you are not the murderer, how did you know the combination to that safe?
Good heavens, he's right!
Blast you, Stephen Sellers! But there was one thing you did not take into account. I am armed. You, sir, are a scoundrel.
And I should very much like to sunder our engagement this moment.
In that case, will you marry me, Diana?
With all my heart, Stephen. Doris, telephone at once for the constabulary.
Do so when you are dead, my dear.
Oh, Mum, what shall I do?
Just stand there. Raise your hands. The rest of you do likewise. The telephone rings. Ring, ring, ring. Damn and blast, who's that?
That is once again Miles Taylor. I told him to call me up shortly after the first call, and if I do not answer, he will arrive with a warrant for your arrest.
Stanley Grimes?
Stanley Grimes? Do you mean that criminal laboratory assistant to Doctor Forbes?
To the late Dr. Forbes, unless I miss my guess. You are done with your crimes, Stanley Grimes. Put down that pistol and surrender. Never. I may go to the gallows, but none of you will live to see the day.
Please, my lord, might I leave the room?
No! Stand where you are. But before I destroy you all, I must know. How did you come to suspect me, Sellers?
Well, I arrived here late, as you all know, and because of it I was able to hear of the news broadcasts of the finding of Sir Percival's body, dead, of a rare Indian cobra poison. As I was hanging up my coat, I knocked over yours, and I just so happened to find a flagon of that very same poison. I knew, of course, so I called up Miles, set up our little plan, and my dearest darling, what exactly did you know when you found this foul fiend's flagon? Why, just how he had schemed to keep alive the legend of the curse. He had taken the necklace and soaked it in the toxin, so that all who handled it would shortly become ill. He did this in seeking to devalue it, to make Lady Margaret loathe the sight of it. And she would sell it. He could have it for considerably less, so anxious would she be to sell the bubble. Oh, curse you, Stanley Grimes!
Curse? Bah! There's no such things as curses. I have soaked my hands in the antitoxin to prevent penetration of that potent poison.
Wee-oo. It appears my delaying tactics have done their work.
You are done, Stanley Grimes. Put down that pistol and surrender. Never. I will take this necklace. I'll sell it for a fortune. I'll move wealthy to another country. A worthy adversary you may be, but...
Oh, it's the curse! The curse of the Darjeeling diamond!
He's dead.
Yes, he mocked the laws of society and our higher power has intervened. Oh, Stephen, hold me, hold me.
This play has ruined my life.